Ever wonder what really happens to your financial data when you bank online? You click agree on those lengthy privacy policies, but do you truly understand what you're consenting to? In an increasingly digital world, where our financial lives are inextricably linked to online platforms, the privacy and security of our sensitive information has never been more critical. We entrust banks with our most valuable data, our income, our spending habits, our investments, our very financial identity. But how diligent are they in protecting it? And what rights do we, as users, actually have? This isn't just about some abstract legal document. It's about your money, your peace of mind, and your digital footprint. Understanding a bank's privacy policy is no longer a niche concern for legal experts. It's a fundamental aspect of responsible online financial management. Ignoring it is akin to leaving your front door unlocked in a bustling city. So, today, we're going to demystify one such document, the Relay Bank Privacy Policy. We're going to break down what information they collect, how they use it, who they share it with, and, crucially, what measures they have in place to keep it safe. We'll also dive into your rights as a user and how you can exercise them. By the end of this, you'll have a much clearer picture of what it means to bank with Relay and, more broadly, how to approach privacy policies with a more informed and critical eye. So, let's pull back the curtain and get started. What information does Relay Bank collect? Relay Bank, like any financial institution operating in the digital space, collects a range of personal data to provide its services. Think of it as the necessary ingredients for them to perform their banking functions. This information generally falls into a few key categories. First, there's information you provide directly. This is the data you explicitly give them when you sign up for an account, use their interactive tools, or communicate with them. This includes, but isn't limited to, your name, legal address, date of birth, social security number, or tax identification number, essentially, the core details that identify you as an individual or your business. When you fill out forms, respond to surveys, or send an email to customer support, you're directly providing this information. If you're setting up an account for a business, this would also include details about your company, such as its name and EIN. Second, there's information collected automatically when you use their website or services. This is the data that's gathered in the background as you navigate their platform. This can include information about your device, such as the type of mobile device you're using, its unique ID, IP address, operating system, and the type of internet browser. They also collect usage data, which gives them insights into how you interact with their services, what pages you visit, how long you spend on them, and what features you use. This data is often collected through technologies like cookies, pixel tags, web beacons, and JavaScript, which help their servers recognize your browser, track trends, and improve the user experience. Third, Relay may obtain information from third parties. This isn't just random data collection. These third parties usually serve specific functions that support Relay's operations or provide services you've explicitly authorized. For example, they might use analytics providers to understand how users engage with their services. If you integrate your Relay account with other productivity tools or financial services, like Google Workspace or Slack, or if you sign in through a third-party site, some content or information from those accounts might be transmitted to your Relay account. They also work with vendors who help them with customer support, security, and fraud prevention. In some cases, they may also receive personal data from data providers, contractors, and even credit agencies, where permitted by law, to verify your creditworthiness or help them prevent fraud. It's important to note that Relay clarifies they do not sell personal data to third parties, which is a significant distinction in the realm of privacy. Finally, they might collect information if you are an authorized user of someone else's account, meaning that your actions on that account, as authorized by the primary account holder, will be considered valid and recorded. This emphasizes the importance of understanding the implications of granting access to your financial accounts. In essence, Relay collects information to identify you, facilitate your transactions, maintain the security of their platform, and improve their services. They are quite transparent about the categories of sources from which they gather this data, which is a good starting point for understanding their practices. How does Relay Bank use your information? Once Relay Bank collects your personal data, their privacy policy outlines the various ways they utilize it. It's not just about hoarding data, it's about using it to deliver the banking services you expect and to maintain a secure and efficient platform. The primary use of your personal data is, unsurprisingly, to provide and operate their services. This includes processing your transactions, managing your accounts, and ensuring the smooth functioning of their platform. For instance, when you send an ACH transfer or make a payment, your data is used to execute that transaction. They also use it to respond to your inquiries, provide customer support, and send you important information about your account or Relay services. This covers everything from deposit confirmations to security alerts. Beyond direct service provision, Relay uses your data for internal business purposes. This often involves analyzing how their services are used to identify trends, improve existing features, and develop new products. They may use aggregated, de-identified, or anonymized data for these analytical purposes, meaning the information can no longer be linked back to you individually. This allows them to study user behavior and market trends without compromising your personal privacy. For example, they might analyze transaction data to identify popular spending categories, which could inform the development of budgeting tools. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.